welcome back to the Roger Reviews channel, and today we're taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series Target exclusive Deluxe Mandalorian and Grogu Arvala 7 from the Mandalorian line. Looking at the front of the box, you get the figure that is included along with all the accessories. You also get the name of the line the character is from and their name down here. And on the side of the box, you get this amazing artwork of the Mandalorian and Grogu. And like I mentioned before, by adding more figures from the same line, you can create a mural. So here's the Mandalorian alongside Migs Mayfield. Looking at the back of the box, you get a regular portrait of the character, a description, the number which falls into the line, and a bunch of little warnings. Here's the side of the box, the top, and the bottom. So I'll go ahead and open it up, and we can see what's inside. Here he is, and I'll go on plastic. And here he is out of the box. And looking at him up close, he looks really cool. I love the new mold here in the front of the chest plate, and the coloring on him looks crazy. And I'll go ahead and review from top to bottom. Looking at the helmet, it looks very neat. He has this solid brown color for the mud that's around his helmet, and he has some mud splatter here in the front of the visor, and I am left speechless. Look at the amount of detail on that. That's really cool. And as far as articulation, he does have a joint here at the neck and the top of the head, and that helps out with this unpainted head underneath, so you get quite a bit of movement. Here's side to side, all the way back, and all the way forward. Looking at the torso, it looks very neat. He has this new mold where the Mudhorn attacked him, and you can see some wiring and some dents right here in the front. And if you flip around the cape right here, you can see that there's no mud on the back plate of the armor, which is really cool. I like that little detail. And he does have a ball joint here at the waist, so you get quite a bit of movement. Here's side to side, all the way back, and all the way forward. Looking at the arm sticks out about there, and it goes all the way around. His elbow goes up about there. He has a swivel at the elbow, and he has a swivel here at the gauntlet as well. And he also has articulation at the wrist and at the hand. So here's all the way down, all the way up, and there's the swivel. The other side as well. Arm sticks out about there, goes all the way around. His elbow goes up about there. He has a swivel at the elbow and at the gauntlet. And he has articulation at the wrist and at the hand. So here's all the way down, all the way up, and there's the swivel. And it truly is surprising to see the amount of detail on this figure. And just by looking at it, you can see the different markings that are on the armor with this brown for the mud. And then he also has this unpainted shoulder pad right there. And before I forget, he does have butterfly joints, so you can move around the arm pretty freely, just like that. Looking at the waist, he has this belt, and it's completely covered in mud. And it has some nice detail going throughout it. Has some pouches. Has some grenades here on the side. Here in the back, it's not even touched by the mud, which is really neat. You can see where it ends right here. So that's really cool. And here on the side of his right hip, he has a holster for his blaster. And looking at the legs do go out into a split position. They do go out into a sitting position. And they go back about there. And he does have a swivel on both of his thighs. And he has double knees. So you can bend the knees back right about there. And looking at the boots, they do point down about there. They do point up about there. And he has rocker ankles, so you get some cool action poses. And looking at the accessories, he comes with Grogu. Looking at Grogu, he looks very neat. Of course, you can see he has a new face print with him with the closed eyes. It looks very cool. And I believe the hands are new. They're reaching out when he's using the Force. But yeah, look at that. He's really cool looking. And as far as articulation, he does have some movement in the hands and in the head as well. You can like turn it if you wanted to. The feet are printed on, and this other hand does move. And here's a quick size comparison with Grogu and the Mandalorian. Up next, he comes with a pram. Looking at the pram, it's very different from the other one, and this one's based off of the original look with the white and the little touches of orange. You can see that there's a little bit of orange and some brown in there inside the cockpit. And underneath, you can find the peg to put the stand. To put on the stand, all you do is attach it just like this, press firmly, and that's it. And afterwards, you can put Grogu inside of the pram, and he looks really cool. Up next, he comes with a pistol. Looking at the pistol, it looks very neat, and of course we've seen this model with the Mandalorian, and it has a brown handle and the silver finish. To put on the pistol, all you do is just slide it inside the grip of his hand just like this, and it's a bit of a tight fit, but once you've done that, turn to the trigger finger, and it looks really cool. Or if you're not going to use the pistol, you can easily slide it right here inside the holster, press down all the way, and attach the strap right here. It's very snug and will not come out. Up next, he goes to the Ambin Pulse Rifle. Looking at the rifle, it looks very neat, and of course it has that sleek design like before. It has the brown wooden stock, this silver right here at the trigger, the scope, and this black in the front barrel. To equip the rifle, all you want to do is just slide in the back part of the stock just like this, and you want to try and get it inside the trigger finger just like this, and from there you can adjust the stock right here on his shoulder, grab his other hand for support, and afterwards it looks really neat. And just like the other Mandalorian figures, you can attach the rifle here in the back if you're not going to use it. There's a small peg along the strap, and it fits on really well. And finally, he comes with the egg. Looking at the Mudhorn egg, it looks very interesting. It has a lot of hair, as you can see, and it's very unique mold. And the best part is that you actually get to take off the top part, and it reveals the yolk or whatever inside. And of course, you can put back the top part of the egg, just like that, and it looks really cool. So that was an overview of the figure. I gotta say right off the bat that this Mandalorian figure is probably one of my favorites. I love the color scheme with him having, all this mud on him from the fight with the Mudhorn, and the accessories work out really nicely as well. I also like how Grogu comes with his original pram, and that's something that we didn't get in the other one. And here's a side-by-side comparison with the other Deluxe Mandalorian and the original pram. As you can see, of course, there are a bunch of changes, especially with the armor and the pram, which is really unique. But yeah, overall, this Mandalorian figure is totally worth it. And something I like to do at the end of these reviews is show you how to display my figures, having the box in the back and the figure in the front. But I am going to leave it here and say if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. And if you like the content that you see here on the channel so far, be sure to subscribe. And be sure to follow me on my Instagram page. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.